Hey guys, so starting off, I am priming my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, and I just apply this all over the lid and the lower lash line, and then I'm using this NYX Naturel Palette, and I am using the warmish, like kind of neutrally nude color as my transition color with a big fluffy brush from Morphe, and I will have all of the brushes linked down below as well as the products. And then I'm using this Bedhead Quad in Matte Love, and I'm using the warm kind of pinkish nude color, I guess you could say it's called. Kind of a way to describe it. And I'm just putting that into the crease, like kind of defining my eye a little bit more with this color, giving it some more dimension, because with the look that Kylie has, it seems like there's a lot of neutral dimensions, like neutral colors with like some dimension. And then I am just blending that, and then I am also dragging it down on my lower lash line with just a small little brush, as you can see. And then I'm taking the light brown and the dark brown with the fluffier side of that brush, and I'm also dragging that across the lower lash line because it looks like Kylie has something like that going on in the picture I'm going from. And then I'm just blending that out. And then I'm using this Smashbox pigment. I don't really know what the color is, but I'll list what it says on the back down below. And it is just this really pretty coppery goldish, and I'm just placing that all over the lid because Kylie has some shimmer, and I didn't want to use straight up glitter because I tried that already and it just didn't look like the picture to me. It was too chunky. So I'm just using this on my lid. And then I'm just going to add the color from the Matte Love palette from Bedhead, and I'm just going to put that back in the crease kind of just because I feel like it faded away as I was applying the pigment. And then I'm using that white color from the Matte Love palette as on my brow bone and a little bit on my inner corner. She doesn't really have an inner corner highlight, but I figured I would add a little bit because it's not that pigmented. And then I'm just applying this Urban Decay, I don't know what it's called, I will have it linked down below, but it's just a brown liner. And then I'm using this teeny tiny Sephora pencil liner. I'm not using a liquid or gel. And I'm just applying that on my upper lash line, I guess you could call it. And yeah, just be really careful with this because it's really easy to mess it up. And I was actually kind of hard for me because I'm so used to doing a wing. And then I'm just using a tiny little brush to smudge it out. So if you do mess up, you know, you could always just smudge it out, because with my other eye, I kind of messed up a little bit and I used a Q-tip and then I used the brush to smudge it out. And then I'm applying some mascara. And this is the Makeup Forever Lash Extravagant, I believe is what it's called. I will have everything linked down below yet again. And I'm just applying a coat of this. And then right after this mascara, I'm using this I think it's Covergirl, I want to say. I don't know what it's called, but I don't really like this mascara. It's just good for separating the lashes, so that's why I'm using it, because my lashes got a little bit bunched together. And then I am also using the this mascara on my lower lash line, and then I'm using the L'Oreal Volume Butterfly, I believe is what it's called, and I am just using this over my lashes again. I always use multiple mascaras because I just feel like it's necessary for me. And then as you can see, I have a ginormous creature growing on my chin. It's like my chin kind of like by my lip, as you can see, which is like, I feel like every time I try to film a tutorial, it's like, oh no, you're going to get a pimple today. So it's like, I just can't win. But you know what? We're just going to cover it, and you know, you're not even going to know it's there anymore. I also prime my face. I will have the primer listed down below. And then I'm using this MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. And I recently bought the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and like, I don't know how I lived without it. Like, it's such a great concealer. Like, you guys don't even know if you have not tried it, which most people have. I don't know why it took me so long to hop on the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer bandwagon. But then I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation, and I'm just using a stiff type of, this isn't kabuki brush, it's just like a stiff kind of, I don't even know what it's called, but you know, you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm also using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer to highlight my face, you know, all the normal areas, because Kylie, I'm sure if you see her in person, she probably got a whole lot of highlighting going on. I mean, in pictures, it always looks different, but even in pictures, you could tell she got a lot going on, so I can imagine what it looks like in person. So, you know, if you're trying to pull off a Kylie look, I would say go all out, you know. And then I'm filling in my brows using this e.l.f. Quad, and I believe it's in the color dark brown. And I just use the gel because powder, it doesn't work for me because my brow hairs are so like thick and coarse that the powder just doesn't work for your girl here. But yeah, I just fill in my brows. I kind of sped through this and I didn't even show you guys the other one, so I think my camera turned off and I just like kind of was like, whatever, I'll just do it off camera. And then I'm using the Anastasia brow, I can't remember what this is called, I'll have it linked down below, but it's like a mascara for your brows. And then I'm using this Makeup Forever HD powder, and I'm just gonna powder my under eyes and the rest of my face with this. I literally love this powder. It is pretty pricey, so when I bought it I splurged, but I just think it's such a great powder. And then I'm using this Bare Minerals bronzer, and I think it's called the Skinny Dip, actually. Yeah, that is what it's called. And I just contour my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, and I don't do a lot on my jawline just because I feel like it can be really noticeable really easily if you overdo it on the jawline, and it can make you look like your face doesn't match your neck. I feel like that's happened to me so many times that I'm just like, okay, no. But yeah. And Kylie obviously has a pretty good contour going on, so, you know, that's what we did. And then I'm applying this blush, and I believe it is the Benefit Coralista, I want to say. And it's just like a shimmery, kind of really light, peachy coral color, because the picture that I used, Kylie doesn't really have a lot of blush. She just kind of has some shimmery blush. And then I'm also using this highlights from Physicians Formula, and I think it is called the Glow Pearls. And I'm just applying that on my cheekbones and my nose and on my cupid's bow and a little bit right below my bottom lip, just, you know, to make it nice and highlighted. And then I'm using Whirl Lip Liner from MAC, and I actually filmed the entire time. Well, obviously I filmed. I included the entire time I'm putting my lip liner on in the video. I didn't cut it out or anything just because I feel like Kylie is so known for those overdrawn, like, juicy, like, beautiful lips, so I kind of wanted to show you guys how you can line your lips, and I actually did a pretty good job using that little mirror, so I'm proud of myself. And then I'm using Match Peach Stock lipstick, and a lot of people would say she kind of has a more like 90s, like, darker nude, but in the more recent pictures that she's been posting, it's been a lot more light, like a lighter nude, so I felt like this was more appropriate. And yeah, you know, just blend that out, make some kissy faces, yeah. And then I'm using the Victoria's Secret Make It Last Prime Setting Spray, and then you are good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any requests, please feel free to leave in a comment, and please subscribe. Alright, I'll see you guys. Love ya!